Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Scorpio. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Okay, your person showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, they're also showing up as the Page of Swords, so they could have some air in their chart. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They're viewing you as the Knight of Wands, all right, Aries, Leo, Sag energy. And the relationship, we see the Eight of Swords. Ooh, okay, let's see, Scorpio. And we have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so this reading is flanked by eights, which is actually a very positive sign. So it's about abundance. It's about growth. Now, I feel like this is somebody, Scorpio, who's been waiting for you. Somebody who has been checking you out for some time, trying to manifest you. Somebody who has been patient. Somebody who may be at a distance from you, or maybe you guys aren't always around each other. Okay, so maybe this person comes in and out of your life. For example, like they come into the office only once or twice a month, or they travel a lot, or you do. Or you see them once a week at some sort of class or training or at the gym or something along those lines. But I do see that this is somebody who's very abundant, somebody who's very stable. This is somebody who's used to getting what they want, Scorpio. But that's because they put in the work and they do the research. So whether it's a job, whether it's buying a home, whether it's a relationship. So with this Queen of Pentacles, I feel this person is very grounded, very stable. I feel like they're relaxed. I feel like this is somebody who always looks good, even if they're dressed down or dressed casually. They could be an entrepreneur or have their own business. We see the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, but I kind of get like this person is in and out of your life. I'm not getting that you're not really compatible, but you might not have compatible schedules, at least in the beginning. And maybe this is something that's already happening for you, Scorpio. Like you see this person, but you don't really have the time to stop and talk. Or you know this person, you like this person, but you work nights and they work days. Or something along those lines. Or they work weekends and you don't. Things like that. I'm not really getting that there's a lack of compatibility. Now, there could be some sort of third-party interference, but like I said, it feels more like life or work that gets in the way. And we see the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, but this person doesn't want to hold back. This is somebody that wants to see if this can work out. They want to see if you can get on the same page. But I also feel like this is somebody who's not going to try to force anything either. How my Scorpios are going to be feeling, the Cancerian card, the Chariot card, which is Cancerian energy. So you're going to be feeling like you want this, like you will travel to see this person, that you want to come towards this person, you want to protect this connection, you want to see where this goes. You're up for finding creative solutions to coming together. All right. What else do we need to know? So there's intensity here, Scorpio, which I know you definitely are not going to shy away from. The depth of this person's thoughts and emotions indicate a high intellect and a strong focus on their subject. So whatever it is they do, and we see that with the Eight of Wands. So that's you. They're going to have a strong focus on you, on their work, all right, on their success, their creativity. They could be a Libra or have strong Libra in their chart. So ruled by Venus, they enjoy beauty. Fairness and harmony in relationships is also important to this person. Okay, and we see short term. So now some of my Scorpios, this may be the case, or there may be like a stop and a start within this connection. All right, so your relationship with this person is not meant to last. They may enjoy being free. Your personal styles may not be complementary. But that could be the case for some of my Scorpios. And remember, we're looking at the kind of love you're ready to experience now. Maybe some of my Scorpios, you're not ready for something long term. But for a lot of you, that's not the case. I kind of feel like there's some sort of stop and start. There's some sort of in and out when it comes to this connection. And we see Capricorn. So Earth rules this sign. Their work and stability are high priority. They can be relied upon to get things done. Okay. So again, I don't want my Scorpios to be, completely put off here that we get this short-term energy. Some of you may have already experienced this short-term with this person and they're coming back around. And like I said, for others of you, there may be a bit of a stop and a start here. So with the Page of Swords, we see that this person is spying on you, checking you out. There's somebody who does their research, right? They take their time, they do their research before they jump in, before they get emotionally invested. I feel like communication between the two of you is going to be very fun. There's also going to be depth here. You may meet this person at work or somehow through work. So you go into their job, they come into yours. They could be taller than average or just kind of taller than the average person that you normally date. All right. And we see in their 40s. So remember these really specific messages, their height, their ages, their ethnicities, things like that. They're not going to resonate with all of you, but it doesn't mean it's not your reading, but it will be confirmation for some of my Scorpios out there. What else do we need to know about this person? All right. So some of you, this person, now my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are, and with this main male energy showing up in reverse, I feel like this could be somebody here who isn't sure, right? They weren't sure that they were going to be anybody's main person or that they were going to find somebody that they were really going to want to step up to and step into this role, main person energy. We see bad health. Okay, some of you, this person might be a little bit worried, Scorpio, that they're not where they need to be in order to step up into this connection. Some of you, they've just been suffering from bad health, or some of you, they're just worried that maybe because of some sort of health issues or health conditions, you're not going to see them as their main person. All right. For others of you, I'm seeing that maybe this person hasn't experienced healthy relationships in the past, and that's why they've been hesitant up until this point, Scorpio, to get involved. And we see house energy. Yeah, some of you, you meet this person and they have instability in their living situation. For others of you, what I'm getting, for others of you, this is like a past relationship storyline that I'm picking up on for this person. That they might have really suffered after a breakup or a separation. Maybe they were living with that person, had a family with that person. It's going to be different for all of you. So I do see that even though this person is very grounded, this person, I feel with you, they're seeing a different type of relationship. I feel like they're still a little bit marked by this breakdown of like a family or marriage or a relationship. And maybe they've been a bit, I don't want to say transient, maybe they've been a bit nomadic, or maybe they've kind of bounced around to different places since then. They haven't had full-on stability within relationships since this breakdown. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Since the breakdown of a previous connection or a divorce or separation. So again, living the bachelor or the bachelorette lifestyle. This person may have lighter skin. Yep, here's that message. They have been extremely hurt by a loved one in the past. They may have a personal pride for their collectibles. All right, that could be anything. It could be something having to do with their favorite sports team. It could be makeup. It could be shoes. It could be antiques. It could be something from their travels. And we see for some of my Scorpios, this person may have some tattoos, maybe some larger tattoos or a sleeve. But again, I know that's not going to resonate with all of you. It's going to be confirmation for some. So this person is viewing you as the Knight of Wands. So you two might meet when you are kind of in similar eras, right? Like kind of living the bachelor or bachelorette lifestyle. They see you as somebody who also enjoys travel, enjoys being creative. They see you as confident. They see you as sexy. And you know what I just heard? I heard fearless. They see my Scorpios as fearless. The Ten of Swords, yeah. But you've also experienced some sort of ending. Some of my Scorpios, I'm not going to lie, some of you may have had an ending with this person, and that's where this short-term energy is coming through. Maybe they weren't able to offer you stability. Maybe their finances were suffering. Maybe they were still healing. And for some of you, they're not sure that you're going to give them another chance with this Ten of Swords. But for others of my Scorpios here, they just know that you've been through something really tough, something very difficult. You've experienced personal loss. All right. And they're very aware. They're very emotionally intelligent. And with the Seven of Wands in reverse, they may be worried that you're going to push them away because of this ending or because of this loss. Now, for some of you, it's an ending with them. For others of you, it's not. But with the Seven of Wands in reverse, they see you as somebody who gets a lot of attention. They see that they may have, they might have to fight or beat out the competition here, Scorpio. But they also see you as somebody here who picks and chooses their battles. So they also know that like the ultimate decision here is going to be up to you, Scorpio. All right, and how you're going to be feeling the Three of Swords. You may meet this person at a time of heartbreak or loss. Some of you, you may be upset or disappointed with this person if you've had an ending with them. But again, just really trust your intuition there, Scorpio, if this feels like somebody you know or somebody you've dealt with. Because it is not going to be the case for all of you. What does this person really admire about my Scorpios? What do they really love about my Scorpios? Wow, God archetype. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. So they see that you're kind. They see that you don't use your power, and you clearly have power over this person and over other people, but you don't use it to control people. All right. And we see child magical. So they see something very special about you at the same time. And there's a real juxtaposition between these two archetypes. So they see you as the child magical archetype, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things and the belief that everything is possible. Ooh, beautiful. All right, now we see the relationship as the Eight of Swords. So some of you, like I said, there's a stop and a start, and there may be some sort of karmic lesson attached to that stop and start or this initial connection. Some of you, this is a connection that's meant to help you break free from cycles, especially if it's somebody who you haven't dealt with before. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Emotionally intelligent. I just used this word or this phrase. This person understands their feelings and communicates with awareness. They respond rather than react. Beautiful. To bring truth to the surface. So this connection reveals what has been unspoken or hidden, allowing honesty to create clarity. Yeah, and this may specifically be for my Scorpios here where maybe you have dealt with this person in the past. And reciprocity matters. This connection thrives when giving and receiving are balanced. Mutual effort becomes part of the alignment. Ooh, so where there may not have been mutual effort or there wasn't that possibility in the past, we see that happening. But I also see with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, like I said, scheduling could be difficult, work and life stuff, instability, health issues could be getting in the way here. But I do see with my Scorpios, you came out as that Chariot card, wanting to see this happen, wanting to come up with creative solutions to making this work. And, I feel like a lot of you, this can work when giving and receiving are balanced, when there's that mutual effort. Because I do feel like this person, in their nature, in the cards that come out for them, this is somebody that wants to put effort into this connection. Okay, but it might be a bit fuzzy, or it might be a little bit difficult because of the life stuff that's going on. All right, let's see. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Rekindling. See, I'm telling you, some of you, this is a stop and a start. It could be somebody you've dealt with in the past, or if they're coming into your life, don't be shocked if it kind of feels like, okay, this is not going the way I wanted it to. There's a little pause, boom, there's a reset. All right. This can also indicate past life energy for me. Friendly support. So fairies, guides, and friends give aid. Okay. So people want you and this person together because they see it as a good match. And love language, quality time, be the witness to each other's lives. But yeah, it does feel like in the beginning here, there may be difficulties in having and spending that quality time together. This is going to be a very unexpected connection, Scorpio. So opposites attract, or it's going to happen at a very unexpected time or in an unexpected place. Any important dates or times here for my Scorpios? We see October. Okay, so that could be a birthday. It could also be maybe you met this person, maybe you dealt with them back in October. All right, and we see you will hear news soon, and maybe even this week. All right, my lovely Scorpios, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.